Brian, a big goal tonight, your 15th of the season. What does it mean for you to get on the pitch after a month off and then score a goal at the death to secure points for the team?
It's good to be back with the team. Obviously, it's never easy being injured, so being away, not being able to train with the team, playing the games is always tough. So it's good to be back out there and score a goal. Should have been 2 and 3 points, but we take what we get and move on to the next game.
Forgot to say hard, Johal, Daily Hive. Brian, you have a match coming up against Seattle, another Cascadia derby match. What's the thought process going into another week where you have 2 games, you have some injuries, you're just coming back? It's a lot going on for the Whitecaps.
Like you said, it's a lot going on, but it is what it is. Everyone has to stand up, everyone has to take care of themselves and be prepared to play when their name's called. So we have another tough test in Seattle. They're playing really well at the moment, so it's going to take everybody, and whoever's name's called by the coaching staff, they have to be ready to go. And we have full belief in this locker room that everyone who's called will do the job. So we go with full confidence and put our best foot forward.
Jim Morris from Canadian Press. Brian, what was the feeling after the first half? I mean, the coach just said your team didn't play as well as they thought. You made some adjustments. When you come in the 60th minute, what was going through your mind to try to turn this game around?
I think the first half maybe wasn't our best game, best half of soccer, and I think even the start of the second half, I thought we were a lot more dangerous, a lot more on the attacking foot, and really trying to score and tie the game up. So for me coming in, I just wanted to help the team, get myself in dangerous positions and try and score, and I was fortunate enough to be in a good spot.
Can you describe how you actually got on that ball or how you hit that ball?
Yeah, me and Tate were scrapping around a little bit in the box with the defenders. I think Matthias got a good flick on it, and I just read that he was going to get a touch on it and just try to get in a dangerous area.
Alex Gongirusic, One Soccer. Brian, I guess just obviously a big week ahead. You got a cup final coming up next week, big derby game on the weekend. For you personally, just how excited is it that you're getting back to full health, getting up to full minutes with just so many big games coming up?
Yeah, it's exciting. This is the fun part of the season where these games really, really matter. Like you said, we have Cascadia Cup games, we have the Can Champ final, we have games that could put us as in first place in the West and even in the league. So these games are all important, and I think that's the fun part of the season where every game matters. So it almost feels like we're in playoff mode already. So it's just a matter of putting our best foot forward each and every day to try and get 3 points or win the final when that comes.
I guess we kind of see that with the reaction where it's it's a draw, but guys are kind of hands in head after the whistle because there's so much at stake with the Shield race and everything. Mm-hmm. Just what's it like being part of this? 'Cause sometimes the business end of the season can be a bit boring in MLS to have this sort of excitement to play for.
It's exciting. Anytime there's trophies on the line, it's an exciting time to play. And like you said, I think the overall feeling was disappointment. And I had the moment there to win the game and just wasn't. Didn't make the right contact with it. So, yeah, like I said, it's disappointing not to get all 3 points, but one's better than 0, and we move on to Seattle.
Hi, Kian Gadsby from the Third Sub. Now, Brian, when you entered the pitch about the hour mark, you woke the crowd up. You received a rapturous reception from the supporters when you came on. You are very clearly adored by the faithful in BC Place tonight. What does that mean to you? How do you feel about receiving such a good reception and then obviously scoring the goal that brings them to celebrations?
Yeah, it means a lot. And, I love playing for the Whitecaps. I love the fans and I love the city. And to be embraced like that is obviously something special that, I don't take for granted. And just want to say thanks to all the fans for that and for their support through the injuries, through the seasons, ups and downs. It means a lot to be able to play for the Whitecaps. And, to have that kind of energy, I think it helped push the team forward as well. And, we don't have this kind of season we're having without the fans. So hopefully we can continue this great season and hopefully end up with some trophies.
Simon Fight, Soccer Talk Vancouver. I wanted to ask you, Brian, about Laborda and Halbuni, particularly on attack set plays, and the fact that they really are a bit of a threat. Mm-hmm. You probably saw quite a bit of it off the bench before you came on, and then we're on the pitch when obviously Matthias flicked it on for you to be able to score. But the positions they were able to get into, do you have to give a lot of consideration for what they're capable of doing, and especially getting on the end of, say, Sebastian's corner or free kick, and then thinking of what your position's got to be after that?
Yeah, they're big, they're athletic, they can jump. So whenever the ball's up in the air, they're going to attack the ball. So I know they want to attack the ball as well. So for me, you know, I try to help them out and kind of clear space for them. And then, you know, wherever they're going to get a touch, I try to react to that. If it's on goal, is it going to drop they're going to flick it on? Just trying to keep myself dangerous and alive to see where they flick the ball or head the ball to.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Brian.
Thanks, guys.